Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Over the middle to Smith. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Come back. Two jet.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Tiger. Red, black 22. Richmond. Hey.
To the air yet again, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Detroit!
So after the INT, it's Allen. Completes it to Chris Ivory. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Four down. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen underneath to Ivory. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st down. Again, Ivory. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
to the air. Allen, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Dumps it complete to Miller. And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Richmond, two jet.
Watson on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw in that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Tiger.
After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jerry Hughes in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Two jet. Come back, come back.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Target. Two jet.
They'll try and run for it with Mitten for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Crash! Go! Let's run! Hey, run it! Yeah, baby!
Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
Touchdown! Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby! Hey. Two jet!
They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Right here, guys. Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. A dump off for Ivory. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, Lucky 56. Fresno. Gun. Mike 51.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Two jet, two jet. Two jet, two jet. Jim, 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 Jim.
On first down, Watson. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey, green the line, green the line. Reset, reset, reset.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A first down carry now for Miller. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Two jet, two jet. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Tiger, 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 tiger. Black 99 Philly. Two jet, two jet. Tiger, 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 tiger.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Come back, come back. Two jet, two jet, two jet, two jet.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Two jet. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Two jet, two jet. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson going up top for Miller. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. It got his man complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Leopard! Gun!
Allen now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, here's Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. Fight. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Tiger! Come back! Tiger! Come back!
Now a first down throw, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 50, it's Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Come back! Tiger! Come back!
Out of the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Black 99 Philly. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Kill, kill, kill.
The final shot before the break, Watson, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man there to knock it away that time. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll roll him out right. Looking downfield. He's got a man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him. Hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun. Watch the edge. Detroit, Detroit.
On 1st down, this is Ivory. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down, and this is going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now, Barney, Barney.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. A big-time play there for the Texans. 68 yards. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Tiger. Two jet.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though.
Two jet.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
Two jet.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In for the score. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Watson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Richmond. Tiger.
From the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down again. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Come back. Two jet.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Allen throwing on second down. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Allen. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Detroit! 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 You better bring
it. One final try here for Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Two jet! Sponge! No! Richmond! Alert 3!
On first and 10, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 23.
All right, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. to the air on second down. It's Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Detroit! Rush in! Rush in! Gun! 51's the mic, boys. 51. Gun! Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
And again, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
4 down. Alert. Hot. 29 is the mic. Mic 29. Hot.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Being chased out left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
2 jet.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Reset.
From the gun, here's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
2 jet.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
2 jet.
Throwing now, Watson. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. On 1st down, Allen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Allen, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. To throw on third down, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch him now, Barney.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Shreds it under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And Watson's going to throw it here. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans add on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's Allen to throw it. And Jones has it over the middle. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab them here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves.
But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.